Hey guys, thank you for coming on Talk to Tina on Tuesday. I want to ask you for a favor. Please put in the comments where you're listening from, because sometimes I will go to your state and try to find some funding in that state while we're live, and then that also helps me so that I can get you up to date information for where my viewers are watching. So I want to say hi to you. Today, we're actually going to be going over the second round PPP applications. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay. All right, guys. So PPP opened today for first draw PPP loan applications. So we're going to go starting today, community financial institutions, community financial development institutions, minority depository institutions. A lot of those institutions and microlenders can submit first draw PPP loan applications to SBA, and on Wednesday, they will be able to submit second draw PPP loan applications. Just a few days following the PPP will reopen to all PPP lenders for first and second draw PPP loans. So guys, what this means is if you did not receive PPP the first time, you didn't apply, something happened, you will be able to go ahead and get a first draw PPP loan. But also the second draw applications are up. So hopefully you guys can see my screen here. So just let me know if you can see it as well. Hi, Tabitha. All right. All right. So second draw here. So here, this is just an email that I got. We're going to be going over the first draw PPP loan application and the second draw PPP application. Guys, remember again, your EIDLs, you are also able to apply. Hi, Sheila from Southfield. How are you doing? You're able to apply for your EIDLs. That has been extended to December 31st, 2021. So remember, the deadline was last year. They extended the EIDL loan. So if you did not apply for your EIDL, you are able to, okay. Hi, Audrey. You will be able to go ahead and get your economic injury disaster loan. And other grants are available. So kind of look at that. Hi, we have Tabitha. Tabitha, let us know where you're watching from. And then we got, hey girl, Shantae from Georgia. All right, awesome. So let's dig into it. So here are, you guys can see my screen. SBA reopens the PPP to community financial institutions first. So how do you find a community financial institution? Okay, Tabitha, you can call us. I put my number in the chat there if you need any assistance applying for any of these. And then we Hayakil, we have from Detroit. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, or if you need any assistance. But we're going to go over the applications now. So SBA opens it to community development organizations. So in Detroit, we have quite a few community development CDFIs. And then guess what? If you need help finding your CDFI in your state, they're all different per each state. So we can assist you. So just give us a call, 248-416-1755 if you need any assistance with that as well. Now what we're going to do is dive into the top line overview of the second draw. We have some guidance. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to pull up the application here. All right, Paycheck Protection Program second draw loans. now allows certain eligible borrowers that previously received a PPP loan to apply for the second draw. Funds can also be used to pay your mortgage interest, rent, utilities, worker protection costs related to COVID-19, uninsured property damage costs caused by looting or vandalism, and certain supplier costs and expenses. So they just have that full forgiveness terms. You can either use the 8 to 24 on the second draw. Employee and compensation levels remain the same as the first draw. The loan proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses, and at least 60% of the proceeds are spent on Massachusetts. Thank you so much. Spent on payroll costs. Targeted eligibility for this second draw, guys. Previously, the first PPP draw loan was used, if you use the full amount, only had authorized uses. But basically, you have to have less than 300 employees, and you can demonstrate that you had a 25% reduction in any of the quarters from 2019 to 2020. So let's say you had a really great first, second, and third quarter, but the fourth quarter you had a 25% dip, then you are eligible to apply for this. And we got Raheem from Kingwood, Texas. I'm going to ask you about the results on your EIDL increase as well. Okay, so maximum loan amount and increased assistance for accommodation for food service businesses, for accommodation and food service businesses. So guys, remember, we could all only get 2.5 times our average payroll. But if you are in an accommodation or food service business, they'll give you 3.5 times your average monthly payroll on this second draw. So if you we had some clients that got really large PPP loans the first time, and they were in the restaurant industry. Well, now those loans are going to be even larger, because those industries, if you had an event space, if you had a movie theater, if you had a restaurant, any of those things, you are eligible to get 3.5 times as opposed to the 2.5 times. Okay, so how and when to apply? Borrowers can apply for this second draw until March 31st of 2021. So do not wait, guys. Make sure you don't wait. Get it in. All second PPP loans will have the same terms, regardless of the lender or the borrower. And then we have a list of the lenders there. Some lenders are not doing the second draw. Ensuring access for all, SBA continues to call upon lending partners and community development financial solution centers, institutions, and minority depository institutions to redouble their efforts to make sure that those people, the hardest hit, are actually, serviced. So I know this past round we had Goldman Sachs throw their hats in. I'm a graduate of Goldman Sachs. They came in and helped a lot of people. A lot of the CDFIs really stood up. So hopefully everybody is putting their apps in. This is the Paycheck Protection First Draw application revised as of January 8th. So you guys, does this alone? Yes, any business. So let's take a look at what types of businesses can apply for this loan. So we have Aisha Burcell. Does this loan apply to nonprofits? Yes, it does. You can be a 501c3 nonprofit. You can be self-employed. You could be a sole proprietor. You can even be an independent contractor with just a 1099. These are all the eligible businesses that can apply for this. Let me try to see if I can make it bigger for you. Nonprofits are eligible for this loan. As a matter of fact, we got several nonprofits their first PPP draw. So yes, as long as you are a business in the United States, most of your employees work in the United States, you will, generally be eligible to apply for a PPP loan. Okay, so this is the application. Looks very simple here. We put, what type of organization we are. We put our business legal name, your average monthly payroll, and then you multiply it. Do not include any EIDL advances. And it tells you your loan amount, number of employees. You have to kind of do a little bit of calculation here. So 2.5 plus EIDL is what, and don't include any EIDL advances. It equals your loan request amount. And then you're going to say a purpose, what you're going to be spending it on. So in this, we're able to spend it on much more. We're able to spend it on payroll costs, rent and mortgage interest, utilities, covered operation expenditures. That's different, guys. We were not able to use it before on that and get it forgiven. This time we can. Covered property damage, covered supplier costs, covered worker protection expenditures, and other. So your PPE that you have to purchase and things like that, now you can spend it on those things and you can get the loan forgiven. Before, we were only allowed to get that loan to spend it on rent, mortgage interest, payroll expenses, and utilities. Now it's much more things that we can spend it on. And then you have to certify these things here. You got to say yes or no, that you are not debarred from receiving any federal funding, and then also, or presently involved in any bankruptcy. So there are some things that you have to certify to. It's saying yes or no. Just because here it says if 1, 2, 5, or 6 are answered yes, then the loan will not be approved. So 1, 2, 5, or 6, if the answer is yes, of course you won't get approved, but you can have yes or no on any of those other lines and you still can get approved. And then you just have to sign below, and you have to submit it to an organization that is accepting PPP round 2 applications. I'm sorry, that's PPP first draw applications. Does Chase have their PPP open yet for the first time borrowers? I did hear that Chase is opening their portal tomorrow. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I did hear that they're opening that portal tomorrow. That was the first draw, guys. Now the second draw, here's the application for the second draw. Same thing here, but look at here. If you are getting a second draw, we can actually get a 3.5 times. So still, if you did not receive first draw, you can get 2.5. So you are able to get first draw if you did not get first draw the last time. If you're on second draw and you are on those 72 NAICS codes for 72 applicants, so with your NAICS code is one of the ones that they allow you to get 3.5. So instead of the 2.5, so you'll put your average payroll, and then we have Ezra. Ezra says, I need assistance filling out the documents for EIDL. Yes, we can. So if you want to give our, if you need help, go ahead and call us at 248-416-1755, and we can help you. We helped a lot of people the last time. So I just want our people to actually get this funding. So I put that in there. And then you have to go ahead and check. And then guess what? On this second draw, you have to say what quarter had in 2020, at least one quarter. So quarter 3 or quarter 2, 2020. This is the dollar amount. And then if you look at 2019, you got to put what you had. So let's say you had $100,000 in receivables in 2019, but you had 75,000 in Q2 of 2020. That qualifies you for being able to apply for this. You got to tell them which one it is, and then you basically tell them. Now, applicants for loans of 150,000 or less may leave blank, but must provide upon or before seeking loan forgiveness to the SBA. So you didn't even have to have it. If your loan is less than 150, you can actually leave that blank. But I would probably just put it there so they have it for reference. And then you tell them who owns the business, because remember, you can only have one business with a PPP loan. So if you got one PPP loan before, get the same business, use that same business and get this second draw PPP. And then you go ahead and initial and sign. Okay, we have a question. What if your 2020 is 0? So if your 2019 had money and your 2020 had 0, then you are eligible to apply for this, because the criteria is your 2019 must have been greater than your 2020 in at least one of the quarters. So you would definitely qualify to apply for this second draw of PPP. Okay, and then they're going to be doing their regular underwriting. So like, let's say you had in court, you had revenues in 2019, but 2020 you just went out of business because of EIDL. We don't want to be out of business, because they want to give you a loan that is going to keep you in business, so I just want to kind of put that out there. But at the same time, the qualification doesn't say that you have to have any revenues. The qualification said that you have to have at least one quarter of 2020 be less than a quarter in 2019. And if you had revenues in 2019, you didn't have the revenues in 2020 during that quarter, then of course that will make you eligible to apply. All right, guys, we kind of went a little bit over today, so thank you for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, go ahead and call me at 248-416-1755, and we can assist you with any of these questions or applications. Thank you, and you have an awesome day.